Johnson. At power forward, standing 6'11", number 2, Kevin Garnett. At guard 6'2" from IUPUI, number 3, the hometown hero, George Hill. The 7'2" center out of Georgetown, wearing the double nickel, area 55. Stand up, big dog, Roy Hibbert. At the other forward position, at 6'9", number 13, Paul George. Your home team head coach is Frank Vogel.
Welcome to Game 3, everyone. We're at 2-zip right now in the series. No panic, though, yet. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. It's the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And they're looking forward to some production from David West now that he's back and ready to go.
Yeah, everybody's glad to see him back out there. It was surprising to me to see just how well they were able to cope with his injury. A lot of guys stepped up in his absence, and they hardly missed a beat.
Yeah, ironically, their confidence seemed to get a big boost when he was out, not because of his absence, but because they were able to succeed and play well without him. So now you add him back into the mix. I mean, this could be something really special.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Inside, Gibson and Noah. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Higgins at the point. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Roy Hibbert. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Roy Hibbert. And Hibbert hits them both. Here's Higgins. Hill pulls it in. Garnett outside. Now here is George. It's on target from the high post.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
Here's Higgins. Shoots, and he hits the jump shot. Higgins has got 5 points so far.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
And here's Indiana. They come off a real tough loss on Wednesday.
Was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage.
Oh, ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
The Pacers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Outside Hill. McDermott with a steal. And here we go. Here's Higgins and Hibbert with the block. And they'll keep possession. Chicago on defense. George dishes to Hill. Back to George. Left side, George. Baseline try. No luck. Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Higgins. They get it again. Tries again. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy two.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Chicago shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now the Pacers with it. They trail by one. Garnett the pass to Hill. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Here's Higgins. He's guarded by Hill. Pass to Gibson. Here's Higgins. Fires the three. Here's Noah. And it's Roy Hibbert with the rebound. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside Hill. George double team. The feed now to Hibbert. Johnson kicks to George. 6 to shoot. Hill up top. He's guarded by Higgins. Hill, no good.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
And that drops in from beyond the arc. Three-pointer from Higgins. Higgins has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Bulls. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to speak with Frank Vogel for a minute. He had the demeanor you might expect from a coach in his situation. After dropping the first two in hostile territory, he recognizes the task they have in front of them. He said, we didn't get it done on the road, and now we have to take care of business at home. Simple as that. Let's see how it plays, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Clark and Steve, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back and coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
Reminds me of a song.
Well, I'm not sure I've seen a game with so many lead changes this early on.
Passes it to Noah. Here's Higgins, guarded by Garnett. Here's Higgins, and he converts the layup. Higgins has got 10 points.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
Tipped away. And George kicks to Hill. The shot's good on the assist by George. Hill's got his second basket of the game.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Here's Higgins. Shot's good by Gibson. Gibson's got his first 2 points of the night.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Okay, guys, on offense, I really want to push the pace. We're looking for the first good look. Take it. Keep the pressure on the defense at all times. If we do that, the pressure will break them. Now let's go.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Mahaney's check in for Hibbert. West comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Granger in for Johnson. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, over that dress his team. First thing he said to his players was that the transition game will be the single most important factor today. He wants them to push the tempo at every opportunity. He also said he wants them going hard to the boards at both ends of the floor, not just the defensive backboards. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. The Pacers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Hill with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Hill kicks it to West. Can't get it to go. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Here's Higgins. Soft touch off. glass. Higgins has got 12 points in the game. With that last huddle, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pile.
Granger right side. In the corner, George with it. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. He's got 8.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Higgins, that's good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And the basket by Hill.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Higgins passes to Gasol, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't you?
Yes, sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Out of bounds, Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
And here's Hill for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. There's the buzzer, and not much scoring at all through the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls up 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Game 4 Eastern Semifinals. The Chicago Bulls.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
And I thought they built this lead mainly because of their work on the glass. They really dominated the rebounding totals.
And it takes an effort from all 5 guys to get a rebounding advantage like that. Everybody has to rebound the ball. That's how you finish off your defense.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Indiana, Granger and West at the forward slots. Hill is out there with Johnson, and it's Anderson in at the 5 spot. And he's able to get it back. West a screen on Rose. Hill drives in. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Higgins passes to Rose. Good on the shot. Rose has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Chicago. Pacers trail by 5. West a screen on Rose. Hill dishes to Johnson. Rebound by the Bulls. Higgins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And finished off by Rose.
I'm sensing, guys, this game really starting to swing their way.
To me, it seems like they're taking charge as their lead gets more and more comfortable.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Outside Hill. West setting the pick for Hill. No good from West.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Rose, good.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
To the inside, deflects the pass. Inside. Johnson with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Let's take a look at the players who have pulled down the most rebounds during this postseason. And you look at Q, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. Granger, a screen on Rose. Outside Hill. Knocked loose. In transition, here come the Bulls. Moving it up. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And the Bulls lead by 11. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. Much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Hi, Kev. Well, Q in their last time out against the Pacers, boy, was he tremendous. He had 37 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stand a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Ranger misses.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Hibbert kicks to Johnson. Anderson a screen on Gibson. 6 to shoot. Hill passes to Hibbert. And Noah with the block. Here's Higgins. He's guarded by Hill. Higgins, that's good.
Look at that lead up and down the court. They have been in complete control all night.
And it's kept this building as quiet as a library. These fans have had nothing.
And that concludes the first half. Bulls out front as they score 14 straight points to finish the period. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, what a great job you did, both moving the ball and passing it and scoring it. What has been the key for you to this point?
I mean, I've just been trying to take what the defense gives me, really. I know I can't just try and go right at them every time, but if they give me a look, I'll shoot it. Otherwise, I'm just trying to keep the ball moving.
Good luck with that, young man. Kevin, a young talent looking to do whatever it takes to make it in the NBA.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
Okay, fellas, listen. I like the position we're in. Let's go over what we can do even better after halftime. Well, we've...
us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference semis. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, in a game this important, we knew his contributions were going to be critical for this team, and I thought he really delivered in the first half.
And here in the second, the stakes are raised even higher, so he's going to have to continue to give them someone to lean on here.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Inside, Gibson and Noah. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Higgins at the 1 spot. The Pacers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throw drops for Hill. Both free throws good from Hill. Here's Higgins. Lets it go. Off the left rim and out.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Hill with it. Now guarded by Higgins. Hill kicks to George. Wide open look. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 23 points here for George.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Good. 18 points for Q.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
And it's Hill penetrating. Hibbert. Great defense that time from Noah.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Pacers trail by 6. Inside to Hibbert. Higgins grabs the board. Higgins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And he dunks it down. Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
Hill sets the screen for Johnson. George dishes to Johnson. Left side, George. A baseline J. Hibbert hits the bucket.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
The Bulls leading by 6. Garnett comes over to help. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Now here is Hill, covered by Higgins. Garnett with the screen for George. Garnett the pass to George. Noah against Garnett. The shot's good on the assist by George. And now just a 4-point Chicago lead. Here's Higgins, and the shot is good. Higgins has got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Good. And it's 13 points for Hill.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works. Go to it.
It's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Pass to George. He dishes it to Garnett. The shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Gibson passes to Higgins. Back to Gibson. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. The kick outside to Butler. Hits the three-point bomb. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Hill kicks to Garnett. Now the dish to Johnson. Chicago grabs the miss.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup line.
Higgins passes to Noah. Here's Higgins. He's guarded by Hill and taken away by Johnson. Hill inside. Garnett outside. Johnson kicks to George. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 6th assist on the night.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Hill with it. Now defended by Higgins. Now Hibbert. Feeds it to George. Just 5 on the clock. No one near him. Jump shot is good. George has got 6 in the quarter. Chicago leading by 8. Here's Higgins. 25 points in the game. Dishes it to Noah. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Noah's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
What a nice feed. And that assist gives him a triple-double. That's my kind of player. Versatile as baking soda. Multi-uses, multi-dimensional. He can do it all.
Hill. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Higgins has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And it's Butler missing.
Yeah, trying to put a little mustard on the hot dog there. That was just convert the shot. Come on.
And George kicks to Johnson. Outside, George. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Baseline J on the way, and that one's good. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
McDermott passes to Higgins. Off target with his three.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Indiana making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. West comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Granger in for Johnson. Granger with the ball. Now guarded by Mirotic. Here's West. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Higgins has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. He feeds it to Rose. Here's Higgins, defended by George. And Rose, wide open. He shoots. Drains the three-pointer. Rose has got 9.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Hill dishes to George. It's picked off. Left side Rose. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Rose has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls lead by 13. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
Game 5, Eastern Conference Semifinals. Paul George and the Indiana Pacers go up against the Chicago Bulls next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central. Don't miss it.
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this Game 3. It's been a passing display all night long as the State Farm assist of the game features one of 12 assists, Steve, we've seen tonight from Higgins. The Bulls leading by 13. George and Granger on the perimeter. Mahinmi is out there with West. And it's Hill in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. A nice shot by Granger.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Rose passes to Higgins. Here's Gasol. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Bulls lead by 13.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
West kicks to George. Rejected by Higgins. Rose against Granger. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Higgins. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Just absolute domination in this one for Q. He's got 13 rebounds, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
Anderson, he's checked in for Indiana. Johnson comes in for Danny Granger.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency with him. Same routine, same stroke.
Hill dishes to George. Shoots from the elbow. Higgins grabs the board.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
His finishes can be dazzling, especially Clark at his side.
Well, you look at a guy who doesn't have the height of some other big-time dunkers, and it always looks better, and he certainly makes up for the lack of height with that athleticism.
Yeah, his leaping ability is just off the charts, guys.
Hill passes to West. Outside Hill. He kicks it to Johnson. And there's the foul. It's on.
I like the effort, son.
I'm feeling it, Coach.
Going with an almost entire...
First personal foul.
All right, you're up.
Joking Noah. Taj Gibson.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Noah, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Is here for the Pacers. Johnson, he's checked in for Anderson. And George Hill's subbed in for West. And the Bulls making a change also. Higgins is checked in. Hibbert with a screen for Garnett. Noah against George. Here's Hibbert, and he gets the bucket. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Higgins, power down with both hands. Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
And there's the foul. It's on cue. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul, third team foul.
It's George on the wing, defended by Butler. Clock at 6. Here's George. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. George has got 11 points here in just the second half. Chicago has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Gibson. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Well, I think one of the stories has been rebound.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they're taking high percentage shots in the paint. I like the way their offense is clicking.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Hill kicks to George.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Right side, George. That one off the back iron and out.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Noah's shot is off.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Hill inside, guarded by Higgins.
You look at what Hill has done so far. 13 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, and that's something that's important for him and his team. Getting a few.
Now for Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Granger. Mahimi comes in for Kevin Garnett. West is checked in for C.J. Miles. And Paul George is subbed in for Hill.
And so game 3 will go in the record books. Lots of energy out there tonight and an important win for the Bulls.
Clark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can...
Oh!
Look out!
Watch out below! Wow!
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Pacers have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. He's all alone.
Oh, that was awesome.
Look out below. .44 seconds left in the fourth. And for the Pacers, they're shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. George sets a screen for West. The pass to George. Back to West. Kicks to George. 6 on the shot clock. McDermott with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Higgins. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Higgins has got 37.
Well, they've done a great job keeping the fans out of the game today, and the closer they get to the win, the quieter it gets.
Yeah, we call that the sweet sounds of silence. They're going to savor this win, as well they should. Every road win carries a little extra reward.
Here's George on the mark with the 15-footer. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, pal, congratulations on the win. Tell us about the approach that the team took tonight in maximizing its effectiveness on the offensive end.
I think we just concentrated and we worked hard until the last second of every possession, and I think that's something that we want to continue to do and be consistent with. And you know, we're happy that today we were able to fight through everything and still come out with a great win.
Congratulations, pal. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Time for us to say so long. Thanks for watching our coverage of the second round of the NBA playoffs. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long as we present the Jordan Player of the Game.